Dusty's Paranormal. We're just heading out today just to have a look at a bit of bushland before it gets dark. So you can kind of see where we're going to be investigating tonight. Now this road was the main road from the 1860s that they used to get to the next major town. This road actually now, as a dirt road, is in a lot better condition than it was back then. Back then it was just basically a bush track. It's not a sealed road because it's not going anywhere in particular now other than the bush. Although back in 1860s it was, well, it was like the happening town, it was the main town. This is the only place in Victoria that looks exactly, I mean exactly, like it did back in the 1860s. And here we are at an old ghost town, and as you can see behind me there's nothing but bush. Absolutely beautiful out here today. We're going to be back out here tonight doing a night investigation, and it's going to be like 0 degrees. It's going to be freezing, but that's alright. So I'm just going to show you a quick look here at what we have while I walk through, so you can see what I'm looking at and what we're actually investigating. So we'll go right back to 1862, and this was the site of a gold rush. Actually, this area I'm in right now wasn't settled as a town until 1867. But 1862, up the road a little way there, about 1 kilometre away, so it's not that far, was the original site of the gold rush, which we will be investigating tonight. And the story is, there was a man named William Murrell, and he was a storekeeper, and he murdered his wife Isabella. He got home one day, found her drunk, accused her of having an affair. She basically said yes she did, so he beat her to death with a horse strap. And this is the sort of thing we're looking for out in the bush here. These piles of stone were where the fireplaces were here at this old ghost town. When I say ghost town, like, there's no buildings. So there's no buildings because they weren't sure how long this gold rush was going to last. They had an issue with water. As I said, there's more beer to be found on a Sunday than there is water. So most of the places, or all of the places here, were either canvas or wooden. So I'm just walking through here. My car's parked that way and you can't even see it anymore. Now they had many shops here. There was 4 licensed hotels. That's licensed. So you can imagine there was a lot of sly grog houses as well, as they called them. They had 4 butchers, they had a bootmaker, they had 2 blacksmiths, they had a drapery, there was a Chinese market garden, and believe it or not, there was 4 prostitutes. Now there was one prostitute named Jenny, and she was nice. She was a nice prostitute. She was actually married to the butcher who had a shop on the main street, and she worked out of the back of that premises. We come across little holes in the ground like this, very shallow. These are the remnants of the cellars. The cellars weren't that deep, they were under the wooden floor of the buildings. There's another one there. And the cellars obviously were used to keep things cool. So, now in front of us, once I pass this tree here, is the site of one of the pubs or the hotels. Here's another pile of rocks here. This is the site of one of the hotels, and when you get to these sort of sites, you find the old bottles, gin bottles. You find a lot of these here. I'll have a trigger object with me tonight that I found at one of the, I think it was Jenny's. It was either Jenny or the bad prostitute who worked next door. So these are cellar holes here. And you can tell this is one of the old hotels because of all the broken bottles around it. And that's a cellar hole. I'd love to dig this up sometime. But yes, there's broken bottle everywhere. So this is the gold fields directly behind me, the actual diggings. And as I walk along, you can see that was part of the main street. It's just a bush track now. And if we turn, and it goes up this way. And as we walk up the main street, we've got more fireplace remnants. We have another cellar hole just there. And this cleared spot just here is once again remnants of a shop of some sort. Now there was a post office. There was Cobb & Co. And they were on the corner. So I'm thinking Cobb & Co. were more than likely right here. So now I'm going to walk through the bush here and show you some remnants of some stone floors. So they say any trees like this that you see was because the main tree, which is that bit in the middle, the stump, was cut down to build their buildings or their dwellings. Through this area here you can see quite a few trees that have been sacrificed for the buildings, so you know, like they're everywhere. Like, let's see, that one there, there's one just there. There's that one there. There's this one here with the 4 little limbs. The centre one's been cut out. You got this one here right in front of us. Yeah, got that one over there in the sun. There's that one there that we just walked past. You got all these other stumps that are just left. They were all cut for buildings in this area. And where you have them cut like that, you'll also find the old slats of wood that they were using for the buildings. I know there's chimney stacks along here, and there's one chimney stack here, and there's 2 here side by side. So we know the main street ran up through the bush here somehow. It's just a matter of working out how it ran up through the bush. But there we go. And right next to the old chimney, look, you can see the shape of this one. That one's pretty cool actually. So there's the opening there of the chimney. That's the first one I've seen that's got an actual shape. And then right next to it, you can see where they've cut down the timber to build their house or their shop or whatever it was. Look at that, this one's even got the old saw mark in it still. And it's funny, because I metal detect and I come to sites like this, on my main Dusty's Paranormal page, the face that scares my partner half to death is actually a China doll's face that I found out here. And as I said, I found a brooch with looks like an onyx stone in the centre that I believe came from the site of one of the prostitutes. So it's quite easy to lose trace of what you're actually looking for. But I just thought I'd show you this before we start the investigation. Some of you might think it's boring, but as I said, this particular site is 1867. The first site we're going to investigate tonight is 1862. The gold rush only lasted for 6 months, and then in 1863 it kicked off again for a second time. Here's some more old slats here. And here's some more chimney mounds. See, there's one there. Here's one here. The bush has certainly taken back this land. So it's just a matter of keeping your eyes peeled. There's another cut tree. These cut trees are just so important for seeing where the civilization was. Now this one's so big and kind of stretched out, I would say it's a chimney, but I'm not going to. I'm almost going to say that was a stone floor because of the shape of it. It's just a big rectangular shape. Don't know how well you guys can see that on here. Okay, so this is the place they call Murderer's Flat. And this is where the shopkeeper beat his wife to death, Isabella. There's not much out here now. If you go right back to about that far back, that's where the gold diggings start. The gold diggings actually go right around to where we were before, which is about 1 kilometre up the road. But this is Murderer's Flat. Now, the idea tonight was to do a session out here tonight, an EVP, spirit box, and see if we can contact Isabella. But unfortunately there's people camping not far away, so I don't think we'll be coming here. If they're there, I'm going to call past on the way and just see what the go is. But this is it. This is where it happened anyway. Now, I'm not sure whereabouts the shop was. This area doesn't have the mounds. Sorry if you could hear that noise just then, that was my tripod. This area doesn't have the mounds of stone for the fireplaces like the other bit did, but you do come across those slats of wood again where they've been cut. So I'm going to call in at these campers down here, I think they're prospectors, and just see what the go is with them to whether I'll be coming out here tonight or not. So yeah, I'll go and see what they have to say. Hey guys, and welcome to Dusty's Paranormal. We've finally made it out here in the dark. There's Lisa there setting up her gear. You saw today in the daylight where we were, and here we are in the dark.
Out in the middle of nowhere, literally.
Yeah, so what we're going to do, now I didn't actually get a, oh yes I did get a daytime footage of this. I showed you an old cellar hole with some broken bottles around it, which was the old hotel, or one of the 4 hotels that were in this area. So we're going to go to that, or one of those 4 hotels, and see if we can contact anybody. Now I'm just going to turn my light on for a minute, because I need to see. Here's a hotel right here. Now remember, how do we know it was a hotel? Remember these piles of rocks where the old fireplaces and the holes in the ground with the cellar holes, and look what's littered around. Here, let me turn night vision off for a minute. Get a bit of colour on it.
The old bottles.
And here's the old bottles.
You can see that there the old rum.
Rum, gin, whiskey. So here we're at one of the hotels with all the glass. What we're going to do is sit at this cellar hole. Oh, look at all the bottles here. It's amazing, isn't it? There's another bit of a cellar hole here by the look of it. That's definitely a cellar hole here. And what we're going to do is a bit of an echo box. And we've come out here to communicate with anybody. My name is Dusty, or Dee.
Hello, I'm Lisa.
Lisa.
Or Maxine.
Or Maxine. Your choice. And we're going to turn on this echo box. Now, if there's anybody here, you can come near this green light and it will change colour and we will know that you are here.
I can't pick that green light up.
That's because you're in night vision, darling.
Oh.
Or you can come to this echo box that has little sounds in it that you can manipulate and create words. So I'm going to turn it on. And I'm going to say hello. Is anybody here with us tonight? We are at the pub, at the hotel. Would you like a drink? Is the publican in? Is the publican here, please? We would like a gin. We need a drink, we're thirsty. We've been working all day in the goldfields. Do you have any beer? Put the EVP recorder there to record that echo box. Do you have any alcohol? We've been working all day and we're thirsty. We're looking for a prostitute named Jenny. Do you know Jenny? Why did that go quiet?
What?
That just went really quiet then.
Maybe they think we're the constabulary. We're not the constabulary.
No, we're just looking for Jenny. I have Jenny's brooch. I forgot to bring it with me, but I do have it. Is this a very busy area? Do you have a lot of miners here? Excuse me? Is that what I said? Was this your drink? It's a beautiful old bottle. Pity it's not complete, eh? What about this one? In a green bottle. What do you think that was? I'll come over here. What's this? Beautiful old bottle top. Was that gin? That looks like gin. Now, is there anyone here with us? Would anybody like to come and touch this green light so we know that you're here? There's Lisa there. I must say I like this stabiliser we're using. Well, I'm just going to grab this Echo Box and we're going to walk up to Jenny's place. Because we want to find Jenny. So we're going to walk up to Jenny's place and see if she's home. Honey?
Yes.
Oh no, it must be my phone. Nothing. I thought we had a response, but it's not. It's got to be my phone. Huh? That wasn't my phone, was it? We're looking for Jenny. Jenny, I have your brooch, I think. I want to know if it's yours so I can give it back if it is. That just maxed out to the red. I thought it was my phone, but it's not my phone. Is Jenny there? Should we walk up to Jenny's place, Lisa?
Yeah.
Would you be able to carry those together?
Yeah.
Just one on top of the other? That's so we can record it. Right, thank you for having us at this lovely hotel.
Yes, thank you.
It's a beautiful establishment. Well, we're going to go back to the main road and head to Jenny's. Now Jenny had... Hello? Are you there?
Somebody there.
Hello? Are you Jenny? Are you Jenny? We're looking for Jenny. I was just about to say she had a friend, a Chinese man, Mr... I forgot his name, I'm sorry. I think his name was Mr. R. Singh. Or something. Are you there? You were here? We'll keep walking to Jenny's house then. Now Jenny lived up here. Jenny was married. Do you know Jenny's husband? You do know Jenny's husband. Who was Jenny's husband? Hello? Do you know Jenny's husband? I can't remember his name, but he let her work her prostitution from the back of his butcher shop. I think Jenny's place was here, next to the pub. Yes. This is where I found the brooch. It was right next to the pub. Hello, there we go.
Should we go on to night vision here? Which one's night vision?
It's lovely to have you here. What does that say?
That is low.
You just have to leave on colour. I'm on colour anyway.
Somebody there. Somebody's joined us. Hello.
So we were asking to speak to Jenny as we walked past. You must have been trying to call us. Oh, that's wonderful. Absolutely friggin' wonderful. I'm going to sit you on this tree here. Can I sit you on this tree? Just to show everybody how dark it is out here. Yes.
We've got a lot of activity when you turned away. Turn that light off, please.
Hello?
Is somebody there?
You are there. Well, I'm Dusty, or Dee.
And I'm Lisa.
And we just come to say hello and to introduce ourselves. Yes. So what I'm going to do while you're talking to us, if you don't mind, is I'm going to turn that echo box off. We'll leave the recorder going though. Yeah, we will. We're just going to put the recorder here on the stump next to you, okay? If you want to say anything, please speak into that recorder. Because we really don't mind at all. You are tough people. And you made do with little to nothing. And I know this area had a problem with water shortage. How you got through the summer without any water is unbelievable. And especially if this is Jenny, how you kept yourself clean and desirable, that's amazing too. You must have come across some horrid people. But you got to do what you got to do, don't you? To make money. So I think we're going to keep walking now. I'm going to put my light back on. And we're going to keep walking. I'll pick up this. What do you want, the EVP or the EMF?
I don't mind.
Alright then. Easy then. And we're going to keep walking. I think we should stop for a spirit box somewhere. Here's another mine. A cellar hole. Do you want to sit here to a spirit box? That's another cellar hole there. It's sort of hard in this light to see that it's actually a hole.
Yeah.
But it is a hole. So we're going to do a spirit box session here. We're here in this old Goldfields ghost town from the 1860s. And we're looking for Jenny. Is Jenny here with us tonight? I can hear a voice then. Hello? Hello? Is Jenny here? Jenny, are you here with us? We have your brooch. We would like you to have it back. Jenny, the butcher's wife. Jenny, the butcher's wife, are you here? Hey guys, well look, we were just at the hotel and another cellar hole just there in the ground. We had some response on the EMF. Lisa seemed to have a bit of response on the Ecovox. So what we're going to do now, sorry, let me turn my light off. What we're going to do now is head up to Murdering Flat, where Isabella Murrell was murdered by her husband William, and see how we go there. So we'll do this. You ready to do this, Lisa?
Yep.
Alright, let's get going. Right, here we are at Murdering Flat. This is where...
Is it Murdering Flat or Murderers?
Murdering. This is where William killed Isabella with the horse strap that we were speaking about on our live stream. So because this is not live stream, let me repeat it again. He was a store owner here on these goldfields. This is more than likely another cellar hole. Look at that old tin in there. He had a shop here. Who knows? It could have been right here where this cellar hole is. Who would know? Do you look how square that hole is? It's a bit hard to tell on film here. So yeah, there's not many of these cellar holes around, so who knows. Let's just say, for example, this was his shop. So he's got home and found his wife drunk, accused her of having an affair. She basically said yes she did, and he whipped her to death, literally, with a horsewhip and rope. He would whip her for 5 minutes at a time without stopping. I think she got up to 60 lashes or something like that per time. And she ended up unconscious. He stripped the clothes off her and he left her out on the front veranda there. He got up early in the morning around 4 AM, went out to her. She was unable to respond, so he picked her up. She was freezing cold. He put her in the bed. He put a hot flannel on her, made some hot coffee, tried to tip it down her throat. She swallowed a few drops, but that was it. He curled up next to her and went to sleep. When he woke up afterwards, in the early hours of the morning, she was dead. So he walked himself to the police station in the nearest town and reported himself and what he had done. Probably drowned her with the coffee too. And he got sentenced to be hung, but because he was so popular amongst the townspeople, they basically rallied behind him and he ended up with just life imprisonment. So yes, he was very lucky. Yeah, I don't know if that's what you'd call luck either. So, I'm Dee. My nickname's Dusty. You can call me whatever you like.
I'm Lisa.
And we are here to try and get in touch with Isabella tonight. Isabella, we know you had a very sad death. You're living a very hard time on these goldfields. We have no idea what you actually had to put up with here. And we can only imagine how horrible it was. And
just for instance, I'm freezing and I know I can go home to a warm fire. So
that's right.
A little bit different for you guys.
So we had a little bit of movement there on the meter.
It was just plain cold and he would have had no relief from it.
Isabella, we're trying to speak with you if you are here.
Are you here, Isabella?
Isabella, we're very, very sorry for what happened. Regardless of what your personal situation was with your husband or with any other person, nobody deserved that. You had it hard enough here. I know it was cold at night, just like it is tonight.
Even colder some nights?
Some nights were colder. It's very cold here tonight. And we can't imagine what it'd be like being beaten half to death, stripped naked and left out on a veranda.
Do you know what time of the year it was?
You know what? I do, but unless I look at my phone, I can't tell you. I can put that in the notes when we upload, so people know what time of year it was and we can give a rough idea. We can actually research the weather. Oh, sorry?
Shooting star.
You saw a shooting star?
I did.
Was it bright?
Yep, very.
Very nice, honey. Did you make a wish?
No, I didn't. I didn't think to. I was busy thinking about a poor woman laying out probably in these sorts of elements. The fact that she had hot coffee poured down her throat would say to me that it was probably cold.
It was cold. It was written that it was cold, and the husband even admitted how cold it was. So I can only imagine it would have been something like here last night where it was around 0 degrees.
Yeah, so she probably was unconscious and then the coffee probably finished her off.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that what happened?
Very close to it, yes.
You can't swallow when you're unconscious.
So what we're going to do, Isabella, is I'm going to turn this phone app on that I've got, and you can use it to speak to us. So I'm going to start it now, okay? And you can either go near that green light and light it up to make the lights change colours, and then we know you're here, or you can speak through this box. Now, I must have left the voice recorder at the car. Not far. So I'm just going to hit start. Isabella, are you here with us tonight? Isabella Murrell. William Murrell. And the officer in charge of the crime, Senior Constable Buckmaster. Are any of you here? We're looking for Isabella Murrell. Is she here? Is Isabella Murrell here, please? I would like to speak with her. Holy shit! Honey, I couldn't even get that on video if I wanted to. Yes, you can turn your light on. Isabella Murrell. The EMF meter just went walkabout.
What do you mean walkabout?
It went walkabout.
It moved?
Yeah, hell yeah! And I can't get it on video because all I've got is a little green dot. Because I've got no night vision on. I heard it too. The video may have picked up the sound of it scraping along the ground. I would like to speak with her. I would like to speak with her. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Would you like to speak with us? Are you alright? Do you need help?
I'd like to see the EMF move again. That would be good.
If you can move that EMF meter, I'll put some light on it this time. Tell you what I'll do. Hello!
Can you move that box again?
It moved the light. Is that my torch doing that?
No.
It's not either. What is it?
Move your camera away.
It's not my camera. My camera's been here the whole time.
There's your thinger.
Thanks. Do you think you can... just going to sit that there so I can see it.
How did you have it sitting?
No, it wasn't up there. It was down. It went sideways. Isabella. Isabella. I saw those lights light up before and I thought it was my torch and I was mucking around with the torch and it wasn't. Can you please light up that box again? Or come near this voice recorder. Because I am recording now. And this voice recorder is very, very sensitive. Can you please take that and put it just at the edge of the hole? Thank you.
Hello?
Is somebody there? Because we really... Hello? Is this Isabella?
What was her husband's name?
William?
Is it William? Do they have any children?
You had 4 sons, I think. All left orphaned because you got killed and he got sent to jail. How horrible for those children.
Is it a member of the police force we're talking to? Or the law officers?
Well, the law officer in charge was Senior Constable Buckmaster. Is somebody here with us?
Yes.
Are you a lady? Are you a woman? You are. Yes.
Are you a friend of Isabella's?
Or are you Isabella?
Are you a relative?
Did you know Isabella? Girl. Speak. Are you a girl?
Are you one of the working girls? The shop assistant?
Hello. Welcome.
You a shop assistant? You work in a shop?
So, did you work in the shop with Isabel's husband? Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. If you're a working girl, there's $5 there, look. It's real. $5. It's got the Queen on it. The Queen of England. You would have known probably... Oh. Would have had Queen Victoria, wouldn't you? Yes. So there's $5 now. That's her new money. What can you give me for $5? A drink? Some food? Keep it clean? Will you wash my clothes? Can you ask her what we'll give you for $5? Come? Come where? Sorry.
$5 back then probably would have bought a bed for a month. Food for 3 feeds a day for a month. everything done. It would have been a lot of money back then. $5 would be what in today's pounds, and that would be about £2.50.
What's in the cellar hole?
Is there meat in the cellar?
I'm going to go into your cellar hole.
Must make you angry when people come along and throw rubbish in there.
Now I'm going into the cellar hole, okay?
Yes.
Yes? Did you like that, did you? Okay, I'm going down the cellar hole now. I hope there's not a big hole down there that I fall. Okay, I'm in the hole. Sorry for all that clunking just then, people. There we go. I'm in the hole. There's the cellar hole. Can you make me some clothing? A dress? Ladies don't wear jeans like I'm in jeans. Ladies wear dresses.
Yeah, dresses.
Are you a draper, a dressmaker, a boot maker? I need some shoes. Hello? Can you please speak with us? We're being very patient. Yep. What is your name? What is your name?
Sue.
Is your name Sue?
Anne.
Is there more than one person here? Yep. How many people are here? Can you say Lisa? I thought I was about to say it then. Can you say Lisa's name?
Can you say D? That sounded like D.
Can you please say Lisa so I know that you are listening to me? Can you even hear us? Well, honey, and everybody else, that was us doing it tonight. I think that's all we're going to really get, don't you think?
Yeah.
We went to the hotel and we got a really good response there. And, gee, my face looks really distorted in this light, doesn't it?
It's pity you didn't catch that EMF.
Yeah. So we're at Murdering Flat, and Lisa was just over at the car grabbing something for me, and when she was nearly back, the EMF, or the K2, it went sideways, and hopefully the audio on my camera picked it up, but I didn't have the camera actually pointed at it with night vision on, so we're not going to see it. So it's one of those things that you're just going to have to take my word for it. I don't expect anyone to believe me, but hopefully we at least picked up the audio. And by my reaction at the time, you know, I'm not full of shit. I don't make it up. Either it happens or it doesn't, and that happened. So, from us, and Lisa's bright light, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
And we'll get this video up as soon as we can. Bye.
Bye.